Okay, some other news here, by the way, some big news is we have some new casting announcements for Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So, I mean, get this. This lady's name is Rowan Robinson, and her character name is Rowan, right? And they're saying possibly a code name. Then we have Stephen Calver, who's just a Stormland Knight. We don't know who that may end up being. And Abigail O'Ryan, again, also an unknown role. Now, the interesting thing here is that there is a lady, Rowan Weber, who we know is a redhead, who's in the second story, which is the Sworn Sword, which is my favorite of the three. She's a highborn lady. She could show up in season 1 at that tourney at White Walls, which would give us some okay, now we know who this person is a little bit more when they're introduced in season 2. I think it's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, especially with Dunk and Egg, I think a lot of it is going to be pretty faithful to the source material, but they're going to do some things to make it a little bit less episodic, I think. I think that they'll most likely introduce some characters. Someone named Rowan playing Rohanne Weber that has red hair is not too far-fetched of an idea for me. Right. I think that she, looking at her portrait here, I think she looks very similar to Rohanne Weber on the illustration on the wiki, right, which is crazy. Feels like a casting that we could probably venture forward.
Although, that is if you told me the girl on the right there, Abigail O'Regan, sorry, I said O'Ryan, O'Regan, if she was like playing her, I'd believe it too. That's something else they would do, is they'd be like, oh, we're going to cast this woman as Rowan Weber, and then actually it's this girl on the right on this photo here.
Yes, I definitely feel like it could go either way. Also, like Tansy Too Tall, like we got to look for those castings of someone that's 7 foot tall, that.
Right.
Wasn't there a casting for Tansy already? Yeah. Okay. I thought we covered that. This is exciting. I have a friend in Ireland who I will be seeing in September. And he said they're shooting Dunk and Egg like right next door to him. And he's going to go down and see what he can find. So we might get an insider scoop if he can peek over the walls. Yeah, dude. Pretty cool.
Now, to be fair, I'm sure people will comment and say it's actually Lady Rohanne Weber. It's like ROHANNE.
Yeah.
Not Lady Rowan, but I mean, whatever, you change it, or you change the way you produce it, but it's just certainly pretty interesting, of course.
Yeah,
I doubt they would create a character named Rowan to be just some random person in season 1 and then have I mean,
yeah,
seems like maybe she might show up, which isn't too far-fetched because it's a big tourney and there's lots of people there, so I think that makes sense. That could be a cool way to introduce it. I would imagine that we hear stuff about Blackfire Rebellions in season 1,
almost certainly.
Yeah, Bloodraven will probably be there, and Bloodraven doesn't show up, but I mean, he might be there. We just don't. He probably is. We don't see him like we do in the 3rd book. But I would imagine they will expand out some of those characters.
Yeah, they definitely will.